All right, what's going on, guys? I believe we just went live here. I'm actually outside at Starbucks today. Been running around like crazy for the past couple days. We have had a lot going on with a couple rehabs and a couple other deals. Also on the marketing side of the business, things are going crazy right now. A lot of fun, interesting stuff going on. So again, I'm going to keep, for right now, just until we can kind of get back in the swing on a normal schedule, I'm going to keep these sessions pretty short, unless anybody brings anything to the table for us to break down or help you with at any time. So I guess the topic today that I wanted to cover, because we have been doing so much over the last couple of days with our rehabs, is, sometimes, and guys, excuse me if there is any background noise, trains, cars, lawnmowers, whatever you may hear, I'm sorry, but hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly without having to hear any of that. But basically, what I wanted to cover today is with some of our rehabs, or one of our rehabs in particular, we have had some issues with one of our contractors. And guys, if you've been doing this for a while, then you clearly will understand where we're coming from. There can be problems with your contractors, and it is objections that you have to overcome. It's going to happen if you're in this business. It would be ideal for every job to be able to run as smooth as possible, but it's just not, and it just doesn't happen. And that's real estate in general. There's some deals run very smooth, some you're going to have a lot of issues. And again, we've covered this before, and I like to say this: that's what separates the good investors from the mediocre investors, or people in this business. So for this particular property, basically my contractor, we gave him. We have our contracts and everything, and we set time schedules, and I'm not going to get into all that, but everything is set just like it always is, or should be for any other job. And due to some complications mentioned in one of our previous videos, we had some permit issues. We had some things come up, and we overcame them, and we worked through them, and everything was fine. Where things started to become an issue is we were a good, I'm not even going to mention how many days, screw it, whatever. We were about 57 days past the date of set completion for this project. That's horrible, guys. That's horrible. That is just, it's unacceptable. But I was in the position, being out of town and not being able to get here and make this call, any quicker. We were hoping that basically we could fix the situation, get the contractor back on track, and allow him to finish out the job. Because, of course, again, when you're in this, the less headaches with each job just creates a smoother just workflow. You don't want to have to fire, rehire, re-get permits, this, that, and another. You don't want to have to do all that. That's just a pain. It creates a lot of work that can be avoided if you're able to work through issues with your current contractor. So we tried to give him a chance, and we tried to work with him and see if we could get this job back on track. And it really came down to I rehab. I have my projects, and I also I know other investors in the area, and guys, people talk, and we like to talk, and I know people that were using this specific contractor for some of their jobs, and we kind of got together one day, and we discussed a lot of the issues that were happening that they were also experiencing, or I discussed issues that was happening they're also experiencing. And we kind of collectively decided that there was an issue. Just work wasn't getting done. Work was not getting done. So I made a decision to bring in some of the subs that we had met, and we just discussed with them, not asking them to disclose any information about the contractor. You have to be very careful with this kind of stuff, guys. You don't want to get sued. You don't want to have to go down the legal route. But we just wanted to know, was the job not being run correctly, basically. So we got some information the job was not being run correctly. Payments were not being made on time. Checks were not going through, certain things like that. So basically, this contractor had gotten himself in a bind. He had underbid jobs, multiple jobs, and was using money from all of his jobs, basically commingling funds. If you don't know what that means, look it up. But he was commingling funds between jobs, which is not legal to do. And it also, as us handing him large chunks of money, makes me feel very uncomfortable in that situation. So we made a decision on spot to go ahead and let him go. Now, there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And guys, and the reason I labeled this rehab problems and overcoming objections is because you have to learn how to overcome objections in the correct way. One of the people that I was working with wanted to handle it one way, and I kind of overrode that, and I wanted to handle it my way. My way in this specific situation, when there's contracts, potentially we're holding a lot of retainage at this point. Retainage is, if you don't know, is money, basically a percentage of the work that was done. We were holding that money. We're also owed a lot of work at this time, pretty close to the amount of retainage that we're holding. And so what we decided to do was basically try to end this relationship as civil as possible. In other words, where we can all walk away. Again, guys, trying to avoid, you do not want to hurt your workflow. You don't want to have to go to court. And now, I mean, there's times if you're owed a lot of money, a lot of work, then you're going to have to take certain actions. In this specific situation, we figured out that as far as based off the work owed and the retainage held, that we should be able to work the situation out. Now, before we made this decision, you never know how this is going to go. You never know what's going to happen when you fire someone. When you're in a, you are in a contract, you're contractually bound to working with this individual or this company, and you never know how that's going to end up. So it could end up great, it could end up rough, and you could end up in a legal battle. Some people that are doing work with him at this time are probably going to end up in a legal battle. They're in a little bit different situation than I am. They are owed a lot more work, and we're also a lot further overdue with the same contractor. So, they may be going down another route. But when you are in these situations, guys, it's very important to keep your cool. You do not make emotional decisions ever in business. You do not make emotional decisions. You have to understand and look through and read through what is the best decision and outcome for you specifically in your project. What is the best way to handle this? There is a right and wrong way, and if you go about the wrong way, it's you can really hurt yourself and hurt your business. And I don't mean if we went about it in the wrong way and we did end up in court, I can tell you right now we would win 100%, guys. We would win, hands down. But the point is, and where you would be hurt is you'd be hurt with time and stress, and you don't need that in your business. All that does is hurt. It just hurts you with your overall. Don't have the word, but you understand what I'm saying. It hurts you with your overall just outlook on your business, your overall day-to-day activities. It's just stress on your mind that you do not need. And so, basically, just this is a real-life situation. I wanted to bring it up. Everybody talks and sees all of these rehabs and everything that just goes so smooth and everything's fine and dandy and everyone has contractors that are perfect and great. And yes, guys, for a lot of our projects, we have contractors that are absolutely phenomenal. And to be honest, this contractor has worked with us before and has been perfectly fine. He's been great. He just let some stuff slip. And the way that we handled this business situation is by letting him know that, he dropped the ball here. Where I'm not opposed to ever working with him again. Probably will not. I don't really believe in second chances too much, but if he was able to get his stuff in line, get his business back under his feet, then there's a potential chance that if we needed to use him for some work, that we possibly could. So, whenever you're doing these rehabs and you're doing jobs and stuff like that, just keep in mind that there will be problems that arise, but as a good as good business and learning how to handle and get through situations that arise in your business. Keep your cool. Do not make emotional decisions, and handle your business correctly. Go about it. Consult with some peers if you need to, partners if you need to. If you have partners, kind of discuss this and figure out the best route to go with getting it done, and get it done. And so, again, why we've been so busy, and another reason of why this has caused some hiccups in our business, is because when we run a day-to-day operation, guys, we each little piece is run by certain individuals. So this job was run by this contractor. Now I have had to take it into my own hands, and I don't mind doing that. It's not a problem, but it's a lot of paperwork. You have to have the correct paperwork, and now I have to hire my own subs. I have to make sure everyone has insurance, and it's the whole kit and caboodle. It just happens. You got to do it, but you want to get that done, and if it benefits you in getting this job done, then you need to go ahead and take that step. As busy as you are, take some time out, make the tough decision in getting yourself and positioning yourself to be able to handle this job, and get it done. We are also closing on another deal here on the 18th, and this property is going to be a killer deal. Definitely going to get some updates going with this one. This is also gave us some objections as well. On the other end, on the end before even getting to the work, we had a lot of issues with it being in probate and getting an exemplary file so that we could actually get the property closed. Again, guys, a lot of times people, with what we have gone through with this specific property, a lot of people would have given up. We've been going over this and moving back closing, I would say, over the last 2 months. Our lenders were frustrated. Our title company was frustrated. We were frustrated. Everybody was frustrated. Seller was frustrated. But again, what separates the good investors from the mediocre or the people who do not get stuff done are situations like this, and how you are able to overcome them and do what it takes to get past. There's no such thing as a roadblock that's going to stop you. You blow right through it. You figure out a way, you get through it. There's always a way. There's always a way to get it done. So for that specific deal, I had to take matters into my own hands, go get some documents, meet the seller. I had to pay for the documents, and just get it done. And a lot of people would not have taken that step. But anyway, guys, I hope this just helps you understand that in real life, in this business, there will always be hiccups. There will always be objections and problems that do arise, but you just have to get through them. You have to keep your cool. Like I said, never make emotional decisions. If you get upset about or frustrated, aggravated, angry at your contractors, your job, anything like that, take a minute, calm down, gather your thoughts, and proceed in the best way possible that works for your business. Other than that, guys, I'm going to try to get back on a normal schedule here and see if we can touch base a couple more times this week. I just wanted to hop on, make sure that no one needed anything or had any questions or urgent business. If anything does come up and I am not on because I've not been on regularly over the last week or so, then go ahead, shoot me an email anytime with any questions or anything like that. Also, we're going to try to get back to some calls, but because I am at a remote location, that's not going to work, especially with all the background noise and what we have going on around. So go ahead, like us, Daily Real Estate Mastermind on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any rehab stories or anything like that, definitely let's get you on the call. Let's let you share. Does nothing but help everybody else out, learning from mistakes and learning how to overcome those objections. All right, guys, this is Kyle Johns, and I will talk to you later.